Hey y'all, I'm Blaine Phillips.
And I'm Phillips-LeVan.
We're married, like just a minute ago, but we've been together for 14 years.
We have a teenage daughter.
Which means she's basically an adult, right?
We're also growing a business on the side together.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Through all of that, we've learned how to improve so many aspects of our lives and show up in an amazing way.
So we decided to host a podcast to share our journey with you.
It's called Let's Do Life Together, because that's just what we want to do with you.
So if you could use some tips and tricks on how to make life a little smoother,
then you're in the right place.
Come on in and let's do life.
Hi, friend. If you're a regular here by now, welcome back. We're excited to dig in another week. And if you're new, maybe this is your first time listening, welcome. We're excited to do life together and just share tips and tricks that have worked for us along the way. Today in episode 7, we are going to dig into something that is pretty cool and pretty special in our family, because if you're listening to this on the day that it came out, which P.S., let's hope you are. And the way to ensure that that happens, make sure you're subscribed to our podcast and it'll automatically download for you every week. But if you're listening to it when it comes out, we are just 2 days away from December 1st. In 2 days. That means you've enjoyed Thanksgiving, you've had your turkey fix, and now you're moving on to the holiday season. And it's a busy time of year. There's so many things happening, and that happened to us. Oh my gosh, you felt like you're being tugged in this direction and in that direction. And we're going to talk about something today that we put into place a few years ago that really helped to change the holiday season for our entire family. And I'm pretty excited because here on episode 7, we are welcoming a special guest, our first guest, in fact, of the Let's Do Life Together podcast. And it is our very own 13-year-old daughter, Sienna. Say hi to the people, Sienna.
Hi, everyone.
We are so excited. Jason's here too, so he will pop in here and there. And Sienna's here because we're going to talk about something that is really kind of cool that our family does. Our Advent. You might call it a Christmas countdown. You might call it any kind of thing, or you might not even have this tradition in your family at all and have no idea what we're talking about. But that's what we're going to talk about this episode. You guys ready to dig in?
Mm-hmm. I'm so ready.
All right. Well, the story kind of starts with Jason. We've touched on this in a couple of podcasts now, but he doesn't love holidays. It's true. Any of them, but most especially Christmas. Not a fan of Christmas. In fact, there was a time when Sienna couldn't really say the word Grinch, so she would say, "Daddy's a Grunch." It caught on. Yes, a Grunch. That's what she called him. It stuck. She couldn't say Grinch, so she said Grunch, and he was very bah humbug about it. And I'll say he has improved in many ways. And I really believe that what we're about to share with you was a part of it, because we needed a way. Sienna and I were so in love with the Christmas spirit. I mean, let's be honest, we really kind of love most holidays, but we were definitely always in love with the Christmas spirit. But it's hard to have two people so excited about a holiday and a big old Grunch over here that you got to try to bring around. So we needed a way to change his heart a little bit and change the focus. I think maybe that's where he struggled some. Jason, what was your biggest struggle around Christmas?
Well, Christmas is just so long. It's the whole month or more, and it's overwhelming, and it's everywhere, and you can't get away from it. So what we came up with was a way to, like you said, change the focus to incorporate something that I would enjoy participating in.
I think it is true. I mean, it's certainly a special time of year and an exciting season, but we also get really caught up in, and this was true for me as much as I even loved this season, doing the things, like you have this list of people that you're supposed to shop for. And so you're out just checking off the boxes, and you have the different events and the parties that are obligation parties that you don't necessarily look forward to. And then you have the ones that are fun and the ugly sweaters with your neighbors that is fun, but it also falls on the same night as your company Christmas party, and you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. And like Jason said, it's an entire month of just a full calendar with a lot of things that results in obligation, maybe?
and just a lot of stuff. So you're buying stuff for people who probably don't need more stuff, and you're receiving stuff, and you eat all the treats, and it's a month of indulging.
Yeah, a month long of it. And we all know how Jason feels about stuff. I mean, Home Slice got 2 new t-shirts this past week, and out went, how many?
Actually, 3 in, 9 out.
Oh, 3 in, 9 out. 3 in, 9 out. And that was low for him. He felt like he needed to do another purge, but I was like, it's okay, dude, 9 out. So no stuff. And who wants to just overindulge? So we had to come up with something that would bring about the joy of the holiday season, make us excited, change the busy to a different kind of focus, and hopefully find joy and get rid of the Grinch once and for all. So insert our family's Advent. That's what we call it. It's what I came up with. I just said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? And it evolved a little bit, but not much. I pretty much came up with it. We put it into play one year and everybody loved it from that point on. And it's stuck. And it's been at least 7, 8 years now of consistently doing the Advent. So, Sienna, tell us about the Grunch.
Well, he's a Grunch. But the Advent, ours is pretty cool looking. It's this big wooden structure of a Christmas tree, and it's got little boxes with each day leading up till Christmas, starting December 1st. And sometimes we'll mix them up or we'll do them in order, and they all have them, they're numbered. And Mommy, before the December 1st, Mommy will write out 25 different Advents that we do. Well, 24, actually. 24 different Advents that we'll do. Oh, and some of them are like serving and things that are in the community, and some are just fun things that we do together as a family or activities.
Here's the behind the scenes part that Sienna doesn't necessarily see, but she's right. I do write that calendar out. So this is literally what I do. I print out a blank calendar for the month of December, and I go ahead and write in the things that I know are happening in our world. So that company Christmas party is on a certain day, or does Sienna have a performance on a certain night, or have to stay late for school, or when does school let out? Whatever it is that might be going on that we already know, I plug those things in, because our Advent activity can't be something that would conflict. If we know, things might sneak up. I'll talk about that.
Some of those things just magically align somehow, right?
Yes, magic. Sienna, every day when she would open the box, it would be magic how it would automatically work into our schedule. No, that's the behind the scenes mom magic. It didn't actually happen. But like she said, the tree, I don't know, Sienna, do you remember this? We didn't start out with this tree. We literally started out with just pieces of paper that I taped on the back of the door because we didn't have this tree with the little boxes. So it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be anything. You can roll up pieces of paper. You can make a wreath out of it. You can do whatever you want. But I found this tree, this wooden tree she's talking about at Michael's, and it was a project for us one year. We painted it together. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. We painted it, and then Mommy put paper, different fun Christmas papers on each of the little boxes and put them in, and painted the little knobs on the boxes and put the numbers.
Yeah, we made it our own. I mean, it's not the perfect paint job, but it's our own. You will see that thing appear all month over on my Instagram stories if you want to see what we're doing this month and what our actual Advent looks like. But we have these boxes, and I print out the calendar, and then I put in a piece of paper that says, now, this is where it gets tricky. Sienna always goes, she gets into a discussion with other people. Sienna, do we count up or down?
We count down. So we go from 24. So the first one that we do on December 1st is number 24. And then the last one on the 24th, our Christmas Eve, is the number 1.
Yep. Some people count up, right? It troubles Sienna every year. She's like, why do you do that? We count up.
Up would be the easier way, though. So on the first, you just pick number 1.
It's true. Up would be the easier way. I'm not really sure where I came with the countdown idea. And every year when I'm writing it on the calendar and like doing math backwards in my head to write out these pieces of paper in advance, I do question that. But we do, in fact, count down. And Sienna touched on this a little bit. So talk a little bit more about some of the activities. How do we kind of divide it up, Sienna?
So there's like serving in the community and doing things for other people. And then there's just little activities and doing stuff as a family.
Oh my gosh. I remember the first year that we started this, she would come out of her room. Picture this now. If your kid looks anything like mine in the morning, Sienna has really long hair and she wears glasses, and girlfriend can't see without her glasses. So she comes out of her room, sleep in her eyes. Mr. Sandman's been in there. She's like fumbling for her glasses and trying to put them on her face, squinty eyed because the lights are bright. Hair super busted, like all kinds of busted. Looks like there's been a bird's nest in there.
I mean, I don't know if it's that bad.
Anyway, she stumbles to the Advent and she's so excited to open the little box, and she'll come and find me and Jason and make sure we're all together, and she opens the piece of paper. And that's still true. She's 13 now, but it's still a fun thing. And we open the piece of paper and insert the mom magic of how it aligns with our day. And it gives you something to look forward to in that day, because whatever the Advent is happens day of for us. That's just how we work it. We do one every day and it happens that day. So maybe that morning, maybe as soon as she gets home from school, maybe that evening, whatever it is, but we all read it. And how is that for you, Jason? Did it help to change it up?
It helped to change it up. It helped to add in some of the giving back and spread out some of the treats and activities, and just kind of added the planning aspect helps quite a bit.
Yeah, in case you haven't picked up on it by now, we like to plan. I mean, let's be honest, maybe you're not a super planner, but I can tell you those kinds of systems and structure actually give peace to your life. These things that we do, this little bit of upfront work, gives such a piece to the entire month, and it changes the focus. And it's not just about doing the things and checking the boxes. We're having fun with it. And it was a way to change it, to get rid of the Grinch, to make something special. And it became a family tradition that we love. Sienna, wouldn't you agree?
I definitely agree. I think it's always fun in the mornings when I like wake up and I just get to go in to the living room and see what's happening.
With your busted hair?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Interesting. Anyway, so that's a little bit about us and our Advent and what we do. So let's talk about how you could do something like this for your family, because that's what we're here for, is to give you ideas. Maybe if you or your husband or someone else struggles with feeling so busy during the holiday season and doing the obligatory things, or maybe you have your very own Grinch on your hands and you're looking to create a new tradition and just change things for your family, maybe this sounds appealing to you and you can play with it. Yours never needs to look just like ours. I don't think ours looks like anybody else's. No one that I know anyway, but it worked for us.
But if you do want to push the easy button, I think we are going to include ours for this year as a download.
That's true. There's always an easy button. So our first advice would be to start small. Like I told you that we do one every single day. And if that feels overwhelming to you, don't do it. It's okay. You could do one a week. Maybe you open it on Sunday evening and it's going to happen that next week and the whole family gets to look forward to it and anticipate it and talk about what it's going to be like, or do a couple times a week, whatever. Doesn't have to be every day. You can count down the weeks. You can count down the last 10 days. You can do whatever you want. Just start small and figure it out. The next thing, huge. We already mentioned this and it's worth mentioning again. Plan in advance. Just take that time. I literally sit down and now I've been doing it several years, so I've got lots of ideas and we reuse them. Oh my gosh, you reuse them from one year to the next. We've got some family favorites around here, right?
Right. Some of my favorites are ice skating, which is always fun because we don't really go ice skating very often, so it's kind of fun and different. Also, I like donating for Toys for Tots because then we get to go shopping and pick some things out, and also like making the boxes that you fill with things and ship them.
The Christmas project. Yeah.
The
Operation Christmas project. Exactly. Yeah. And those have been on repeat. We've done those many years.
Yeah. What are some other ones that you know are going to happen?
Well, on Christmas Eve, we always do the same one, which is read the night before Christmas and bake cookies.
Yes, that's a standard. That one has been there from the get-go. You bake cookies and you read the night before Christmas. And yes, I change it up, but remember, I'm giving you my complete calendar this year, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can take some of mine, feel free. You can add in some that work for your family. Maybe ours, you have no idea what in the ham sandwich I'm talking about on some of those, or they just don't work for you. You have younger kids or older kids, but just take the time to plan it out in advance. Look at your calendar, make sure it lines up with your day. You probably don't want to plan a family movie night on the night of the company Christmas party because you're not going to be home and then someone will end up being disappointed. And trust me, there are some easy button ones too, like hot cocoa in front of the TV with the family that night. Super simple, but she loves it. We all love it.
It's also not set in stone, so there's definitely a few times where we've gone back into that particular day and changed something.
Jason, Sienna's on this podcast. She can hear you.
Don't tell her.
Don't tell her.
I already know. Because I'll see you like doing little switcheroos.
It's true. Sometimes there's been a switcheroo because life happens, right? It throws curveballs in your way. And I will give you another mom tip. I actually write down all of ours onto our Google Calendar. We've talked about that before, but Jason and I share our Google Calendar so we know what's going on. And once I write all those little slips of paper, I put them in the Google Calendar so I don't have to go open up the slip of paper to see what's happening tomorrow. I know. And if something came up at school and Sienna has to stay late and movie night won't work, then I'll do a switcheroo. I'll change it out to another day. It's okay. Just let it ebb and flow, but make it fun because that's what it's all about. We look forward to them. Sienna wakes up in the morning and then we talk about it, right? I mean, you go to school, you look forward to it. Do you think about it like during the day, like what we're going to do?
Yes, I normally think about it and then I get excited and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do this after school. And I'm so excited. And then I'll share with my friends and they'll ask me more about it. And
yeah, it's just a fun thing. It was a way to change it. And we talked a little bit, but it's true. The balance is little things for us, for the family. And it's also pretty evenly split with serving and helping other people out in the community, whether that equals volunteering or maybe that equals the Operation Christmas boxes like Sienna talks about. Or sometimes we just buy microwave popcorn, put a couple bucks on it and tape it to a red box machine and say, have a movie night on us. Like drive around, find 5 red boxes and pay it forward to someone. Just put goodness out in the world. And that feels really good. And I know it helps Jason. The Grinch's heart grows how many sizes too big when things like that happen? Or it's too small. That's what it is. His heart's 4, 5. What is it?
I think it's 3.
I don't know.
I don't remember. 3 or 5, I think. It's 3 or 5 sizes too small. And then in the end of the book or movie or whatever, it grows to like normal size.
Aww. Grinch, are we growing your heart through the Advent? Is that what's happening?
Could be. We've actually carried this concept over through the whole year. Obviously not every day, but we call it kind of the monthly Advent. So we give back once a month. We put it on the calendar to volunteer.
It's true. We loved it so much that we've carried it out. So once a month, we do one family fun thing, at least. This is at least. We aim for one family fun and one give back, whatever that may be. And it just keeps the spirit going all year long. We're working on that heart all year long. So we really encourage you to find fun little things that your family may want to do. Check out the free download. You can get it at blainephillips.com. It's there. It's yours. Download it. You'll see all my ideas. Follow my Instagram stories all throughout December and you'll see what we're doing. You'll see that Christmas tree we talked about and how the little papers, and then maybe you can weigh in on how busted Sienna's hair actually is in the mornings.
I don't think they'll be doing that. I'm not letting that happen.
But encourage you to give back to others as well, not just do the fun things and not just buy the gifts, but go out and serve. It's such a lesson for your kids. It's such a good, heartfelt thing to do all year round, not just during the holidays, but the holidays there's no better time to start. So we hope this was helpful. Just a reminder, start small. It doesn't have to be every day like ours is. Just start small. You want to create a new tradition? Here's a great one. Plan in advance. Don't get caught with your pants down, as we might say. Don't plan a movie night on the company picnic night. Pick up our free download over at blainephillips.com and then tell us what you're doing. Share your ideas. I'm always looking for new ideas, and I would love to see if you add this tradition into your family, and tag me on the socials. Let me see those kiddos' excited faces. Maybe we can get something started to compare busted hair in the morning. I mean, I'll be honest and tell you, mine looks pretty rough too because curls don't sleep well. So as we get into the December season and the holiday season, I hope this is a great tip that you can take away, put into action, and change things up for your family. Change the focus, and it's all about reclaiming and redefining what we want, right? So thanks again for joining us. We hope this was helpful. We're excited to see you over on the socials and see what you're doing to celebrate the holidays.